What is up, YouTube? It's your boy G-reg. Alright, we back with another video, with another stream. It's a great week today, man. It's sunny out. I woke up. It's Monday. So you know what that means. It means your week is going to be great and amazing, alright? Now, first, I would like to announce, go get you a buck and you can go use Greg6 for the code. Use code Greg6, you get a discount. And then plus, I get a little bread in my wallet, you know what I mean? And we all get to enjoy the Bucked Up. Honestly, this is such a great drink. I've had it before. I really did. I've had it. I used to have, if you guys remember, they used to come out with like pre-workout. That's what, I don't know if that was strictly what they did, but that's how I knew them. When I was in high school, I would take one dry scoop. Everybody did this. One dry scoop of that Bucked Up. You're itching. I'm getting goosebumps right now, Chad, just talking about it. It gives you goosebumps. It gets you itchy. It gets you in the right, well, not a bad itchy, but you know what I mean. That itch that you need to go crazy when you fucking lift. It gives you that. And then the energy drinks, man, I haven't even, you can hear that because it's full. I haven't even drank half of this, and I'm ready for the whole day. Like I took a shower. I was so hyped to get on stream today. But yeah, just drink one of these, man. Go get you some dry scoop, some a can, anything. They are amazing and will make sure your day goes by amazingly.
School and track prep.
We are reacting to Explore With Us. Once again, man, we love them. These guys are amazing. And then the video today is Dad is sickened by killer's son's confession. Whoa.
Practice, but never made it home. 2 days later, search teams make a haunting discovery. As investigators look deeper into Michaela's life, they discover what at first seems to be a typical teenage drama. However, the reality of the situation is far darker than anyone could have ever suspected.
Wait, chat, I'm going to go make a pancake real quick. I got some chocolate chip pancakes in the refrigerator ready to be heated up. I'm going to go make that, and I will be right back. You guys watch this. Let me know how it goes.
I'm so scared because I haven't seen her, since I went to Elko yesterday. It makes me really nervous because I haven't seen her and I want to make sure she's okay.
I think she's not safe because if she was, then she'd notify other people. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, find her, please.
The truth of what actually happened to Michaela is only revealed in a bizarre twist when a suspect unknowingly implicates themselves without realizing they're being recorded.
I think the radio just go like a split second and then heard like a loud thud on the car. So I just got out to see what happened. I was just kind of freaking out and everything from there on out was kind of a blur to me. They kind of just stood there, we were crying because we didn't know what we had done. We were freaking out. We weren't in the right mind to know what to do with anything.
Celia Constanzo begins to feel uneasy when her 16-year-old daughter Michaela doesn't message her after finishing track practice at school.
We are the Minnesota Star Tribune. We're not a paper, we're a fabric. One that can unite and sense, connect, frustrate, represent, and reflect all of us. The Minnesota Star Tribune, the heart and voice of the North.
As hours pass without any communication from Michaela, Celia leaves work early and heads to West Wendover High School to pick up her daughter, but finds the campus empty. Scared and anxious, Celia hurries home, hoping to find Michaela there. But to her dismay, she finds only her younger daughter and no sign that Michaela has made it home. Overwhelmed by panic, she confides in her other two daughters about Michaela being missing. Both sisters immediately join their mother's frantic attempts to reach out to their sister, but hear nothing back from her. As the news of Michaela's sudden disappearance quickly spreads within the community, numerous students from West Wendover High School join search parties to look for their missing friend. From her favorite spots in the neighborhood to messaging and calling her, Michaela's friends and family try everything, but fail to track her down. As night falls, Celia alerts the police about her daughter's disappearance. Having encountered several cases of rebellious teenagers running away from home for a while, The police decide to wait until the following morning to see if Michaela shows up at school. But when their assumption is proven wrong the next day, it reinforces Celia's belief that something horrible happened to her daughter. The police immediately begin the investigation by running a thorough background check on the family. They discover that everything was well at home and that 16-year-old Michaela was raised in a loving family, alongside her two sisters, Kim and Alicia. Renowned for her athletic prowess, she stood out as one of West Wendover High School's top athletes and possessed a natural talent for writing. In an exclusive interview with Iwu, one of Michaela's closest friends talked to us about their friendship and her talents.
I guess the way our friendship developed was in middle school. We were kind of in the same friend group in elementary school.
What did I miss, chat?
If I'm being completely honest, I thought she was very annoying. in elementary school, I was not her biggest fan. She kept making fun of me for being short, and I was like, "What are you talking about? You're shorter than me." In middle school, we had the opportunity to do a project together. Mickey and I got paired up together, and we very quickly realized that I was the crafty one and she was the good writer. And I did not like writing and she did not like crafting. I have, I think, the first chapter or two of the book that she shared with me. Amazing writer. I remember she shared this with me, and it had to have been in maybe sophomore year of high school. I'm the type of person who is very picky about grammar and spelling and things. So of course I'm reading it and I'm like, this is spelled wrong and you need a period here. But at the same time, I was so impressed with her.
God damn it. Chat, my bad.
Ability to write this book, and actually sat down and read it a few weeks ago.
At school, she'd been dating her classmate, Javier Trujillo, for a year and a half. And yet Javier had only shown up at the search parties looking for Michaela much later in the night.
Javier
Investigators interview Javier to ask his whereabouts from the day of Michaela's disappearance and establish a timeline of events. The following footage has been analyzed by a qualified team, including a licensed professional counselor and a licensed attorney.
What does she go by? What's her nickname?
Usually Mickey.
Mickey? Are you her boyfriend? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, we've been on and off for a year and a half.
Yesterday, you seen her yesterday, right?
Yeah, the last time I saw her was during lunch.
What was going on during lunch? Where were you guys?
Well, usually, if we have good grades, we get an hour for lunch. And our lunch starts from 11:30 to 12:30. So we have an hour. And we were feeling hungry, and so I wanted to go to the taco truck. And she's like, okay. And we went, we got burritos, we came back to school, we ate them. And after a while, she went with her friends, and I went with mine.
That was the last time you seen her?
Yeah, that was the last time I saw her. No, we walked down the hall together after lunch, and after that, I never saw her again.
It's going to be easy to get this guy.
Classes after that.
And this is the guy.
That as he says that was the last time he saw her, he's shaking his head no. As he says it, he realizes that he made a mistake. This is a brain-body mismatch, much like you see in a person who is being deceptive, but the difference is he corrects himself. Typically, verbal and nonverbal communication matches, but when the brain is thinking one thing and the mouth says another, the nonverbal and verbal will misalign or mismatch altogether. When this occurs in individuals who have something to hide, they won't correct it, but when it's just a case of nerves or talking without really thinking, then the individual will often go back and correct themselves, as Javier does here.
And what did you do after school?
After school, I picked up my brother and then went home right away to go and change.
And what time was that?
Around 3:40, 3:35.
Okay, and then what did you do after that?
After that, I went to work.
What time did you go to work?
Well, I left to work at 3:45. Got there about 3:50, 3:51. And clocked in at 3:55, and I didn't get out till 10.
Did you text her or talk to her?
Yeah, no, it's because I didn't know that something was going on.
Okay.
No, but yeah, like I was saying, I was working, and I guess Michaela's mom went to my house, and she told my brother, have you seen Michaela? Is she with your brother? And my brother told her, no, my brother's been working ever since out of school, and he went looking for me at work, and he goes, hey, is anything wrong with Michaela? Is she alright? Because her mom went looking for her at her house, and I go,
What?
yeah, everything's fine. Why? She goes, I don't know, like, I just have a feeling something's wrong. And then he left, and I go, like, about an hour and 30 minutes later, Michaela's mom came, and did you know a police officer named Kat? Or she goes by that? Yeah, they came looking for me, and they're like, hey, like, have you been hanging out with Michaela? Like, did you hang out with her after school? And I told them, no, why? And then they told me, because she's been missing. After track practice, they didn't know where she was, and
Okay.
I told them no, that I came to work, like, right at 3:45, and I didn't see her.
Do you know anybody she would have been with after track practice?
Well, usually she gets rides from track practice, or else she goes home walking. And if she gets a ride home, she gets one from... And then if she goes walking home, she goes to the back, because our school has a football field in the back, and there's a little shortcut through the right. And she goes in through there, and there's this little cul-de-sac, and she goes through there and just follows the sidewalk. Like, I don't understand if she went walking home, because it was kind of cold, and I don't know why she'd do that, because she's usually the one that gives her, like, rides. She's the one that gives them the most rides.
Is anybody else that has said they seen her after school last night?
No, just she saw her too in the locker room.
Just in the locker room?
Yeah.
Anybody see her outside after she left? Anybody you know of?
No.
Javier's statement that he was at work while the town started looking for Michaela established a strong alibi for his whereabouts, but it was still something that the police needed to verify. As he continues to describe his relationship with Michaela, Javier,
I don't know, bro, kind of seems genuine.
reveals new details about Michaela's relationship with her mother.
So, but nobody's been talking to school that they seen her after school, outside.
After track ended and things? No, they just said they saw her, like, right when track ended.
How's she been acting lately?
I don't know, she's been acting pretty fine. Like, if something was wrong, she'd vent. She's not one of those girls that hides her feelings, like puts her emotions in her. She has to say what's going on. And if something was going on with her, like, at home, she'd be telling, like, I want to go, like, I want to get out of here. I want to go somewhere else. I'm tired of my mom. Like,
so everything's been good, huh?
Yeah. And we haven't had any problems since, like...
So what have you been hearing? What do you think's been going on? Do you think that she...
I think, like, I don't know.
That she ran away before?
Yeah, she ran away once, but...
When was it?
It was... I'm not sure, I think last year. But when she ran away, she notified me and her friends. She left me a voicemail to her friends right next door to me. And she left me a voicemail and she goes, hey, I'm running away from home because I feel like pressured right now. Like, my mom and DJ are screaming at me, so if you're, like, looking for me, I'll be at... And...
That was the end of that?
Yeah, that was the end of the voicemail. And then, in the morning, after that, I was feeding my dogs and I saw her with... So now it's like, okay, everything's okay.
Knowing she'd run away before reassured officers that this was likely what had happened again. But she hadn't ever gone away for this long without informing anyone. What had changed this time?
Do you have any questions?
What's changed, Jack?
I'm like, what have you guys, like, been trying to do? Like, do you guys have, like, airplanes, people, like, search parties and things like that?
Yeah, we're getting another search party ready right now. We're going to go out. We do have airplanes that we're going to probably looking today.
Yesterday I tried getting an EO from work because I was scared. And
yeah, everybody was out looking last night and it wasn't very organized. The people were looking and
yeah,
we're trying to get everybody on the same page now. So yeah, we're doing, I'd like to say we can do more, but we're doing everything we can right now.
I got out at 10 yesterday, went looking for her, didn't finish until like 2. I went to Ford Tunnel to the back of the school where like 3 miles in. I couldn't find anything. I just think that she's like in someone's house or...
You think somebody's house?
Yeah.
Do you think she's safe in somebody's house or do you just...
I think she's not safe because if she was, then she'd be like... She'd notify other people.
She'd call or something?
Yeah, she'd call like, don't tell my mom that I'm over here with this.
I'm not gonna lie, I think Javier's cool. I think he's chill. I don't think he did it. If you want me to be dead ass honest, my instincts aren't triggering right now.
Brandon. Yeah.
After collecting a statement from his brother, the investigators are able to establish a solid alibi for Javier.
Knew it.
This firmly established that Javier played no part in Michaela's vanishing and eliminated any suspicion surrounding his involvement. Moreover, while Michaela's family admits to events in the past when she ran away, they insist that she was always responsible and would always inform her siblings about her whereabouts. Before conducting interviews with any of...
I'm not gonna lie, Chad, that's one thing I don't like. As a parent, as a family member, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't had the greatest upbringing. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say it was a terrible or what's the word? I'm not gonna say it was the hardest childhood, but I'm not gonna say it was the easiest. All right, it was definitely on the lower end, but it wasn't the hardest. All right, I didn't have too much support. I had, which you don't really need. All you need is one, established person that's living their life good, has a good life that could just show you the way. Which I had. I had two. My grandparents. I will forever be grateful for them, two motherfuckers. They saved me. My grandma. I know when I was a teenager, bro, I used to complain about her nagging. Yo, did you shower? Yo, did you do your homework? Yo, did you pay your this? Or, yo, did you do that? Everything. Every fucking thing. The second I walked in, the second I'm leaving, don't remember or don't forget this. Don't forget that. And I used to get so mad. It's legit. I not hate, but like I used to get so angry at my grandma. Like, just let me be, Gram. And I got into a big fight with them one time. And I'm not gonna lie, it took me like a year to really realize, like, yo, Greg, you're a fucking dumbass, bro. Like, if you can't see, like, I had to grow up and understand where they're coming from. I had to see other parents go, like, raise their kids and see what the struggles were like. And I really not understood, but like I got an understanding of like what my grandparents were going through. Cause my dad, that was their son. He was terrible. He was a terrible teenager. He got arrested and did terrible things, got a girl pregnant and I was born when he was 18. So like, that just tells you. And so then I had to wake up and really, I apologized to my grandma for like a year and a half straight. Every time I would see her, every time she'd get me a gift card for my birthday, I'd say, yo, I'm forever grateful for you guys. And I'm forever grateful for you guys taking me back because I was a straight dumbass. I admit it. Me, myself, and I was the reason that we got into a fight. Me. I understand that. And I told her that. But y'all, you got to be checking up on your kids, man. Like me, after I've went through shitty parents that left me, got adopted, been through the system, been arrested, everything I've been through, everything shitty, alright? I've lost family members, all that. When I have kids, bro, I don't care. They're gonna have to either commit a hard crime, like I'm talking felony. If they do misdemeanors, I don't care. You can go get DUIs. We can always fix that drinking or smoking problem. But they will never have no drinking problem around me. I do not drink. I will never drink around my kids. I smoke. Fuck drinking. That is they said that the weed is the devil's grass or tree or whatever. You're tripping. It's alcohol. You ain't never. Your wife. Hey, fat fuck, 40-year-old man that's watching this. Your wife never cheated on you. Hi. She did it drunk. All right. You didn't get arrested, hi. You did it drunk. Alright? That's all I'm gonna say. Weed's not the problem, alcohol is. But, off topic. Make sure to keep your kids lined up. Make sure, if my daughter or my son goes and gets his OWI, cool. You come right back, we can go get that shit off your record. I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, what? Are you safe? Are you, nobody else hurt? Fine, cool. Alright. If you do that dumb shit again, I'll take the car away. That's how I'm gonna be. They get one free chance. The second one, real hard punishment. I'm not the 3 type of guy. You get one freebie, and then the second one on your ass. I don't repeat myself ever. But yeah, I'm never gonna be the motherfucker to not let him come back. You always got a place to stay. You always got food. Like, that's just me. I'm not being no shitty ass family member, and that's on God.
Kayla's friends. The investigators analyze her phone records to speak with individuals.
Like, don't ever blame, like this, bro. She's missing and it was never our fault. We just know why you guys said that.
His numbers were recorded in the calls and messages on the day she disappeared. One particular number stands out in the list.
What does a lifetime warranty mean? At Harbor Freight, it means confidence. All our hand tools.
This individual had made repeated efforts to reach out to Michaela through a series of text messages and phone calls on the day she disappeared. The number belonged to one of Michaela's schoolmates, Cody Patton. As the investigators
he did it.
Into Cody Patton.
He did it. Look at him. Buzz cut. Scarred up on his face. Yeah, bro is. He looks like he's fucking 40.
History. They find out that his relationship with Michaela traces all the way back to their childhood in the apartment complex where Michaela lived with her family. Since the complex is managed by Cody's parents, he spent much of his childhood there and grew up with Michaela. Over the years, they developed a deep friendship, but it drifted apart in high school. As they delve deeper into Cody's background, they uncover that he is quite popular and a top player in the school's baseball team, but he also carried a bad reputation for dating many girls at school and reportedly cheating on them. However, it appeared that in recent years, Cody, at the age of 18, had ultimately found a steady and enduring relationship with the 18-year-old Tony. Quite popular and a top player in the school's baseball team, but he also carried a bad reputation for dating many girls at school and reportedly cheating on them. However, it appeared that in recent years, Cody, at the age of 18, had ultimately found a steady and enduring relationship.
God, I'm glad I didn't go to that high school.
With the 18-year-old Tony Fratto, a fellow student at West Wendover High School. Despite the skepticism of many schoolmates about this odd pair, given Cody's popularity and Tony's reserved demeanor, the couple remained unfazed and deeply in love with each other. In fact, Cody had been living with Tony and her family after he had a major fallout with his father a few months ago. He actually proposed marriage to Tony soon after, leading to their engagement, which left the school community shocked by the unexpected news. Yet there's a certain detail that raises suspicions. Cody had a brief relationship with Michaela before eventually committing to Tony. This was years ago, and both had mutually parted ways, so why had he then sent messages to Michaela and called her? The investigators bring Cody in for an interview and ask him about his whereabouts on the day of Michaela's disappearance.
Yesterday about 3 o'clock, what time did school get out?
3:30.
3:30. About 3:30, what were you doing about 3:30?
Cody clearly looks nervous, but it's not clear if the investigators did any rapport building with him, which would help make him feel more comfortable. Cody is fidgeting and picking at his thumbs and fingers, which is an anxiety response. But you would expect this if the investigators went into immediate questioning with no rapport building or general questions first.
I went from Mr. Viewlamont, my math teacher, Mr. Lee.
Okay.
I went from his class about, I'd say about 3:20 or so. I went to welding shop, talked to Lobato. I was in there for a few minutes and I left his class. Can't remember what I did, and I went back and I was talking to him again for a few minutes.
Back to Lobato or back to Mr.
Back to Lobato. And then at the end of school, I walked out, and as I was walking past, I saw Michaela, and I said hi. I don't know her, and she said, "What?"
Where'd you see her at?
At her locker. On the long hall.
Okay.
Right, kind of where Lobato's class is. And she goes, "What?" And I stopped and turned around so she knew I was talking to her, and I said, "I'm just saying hi." And then she goes, "Where were you at?" And I pointed, and I said, "I was in Lobato's class." She goes, "Oh, okay."
And this is what time, you think?
About 3:30 something.
Okay.
32. I don't know. And I went outside and I left.
You left to what?
Go home.
While recounting his day, Cody uses a lot of and then statements.
I went to, and then she goes, and I went outside and and then.
This is generally a red flag, as sometimes people use and then statements when they're intentionally leaving out chunks of their story, as it allows them to jump to the point. Overall, his story is very choppy, and he seems to lose his place and stumble a bit, which is strange for what should be a simple and fairly straightforward day.
What were you leaving in?
My friend Wendy's car. It's a Trailblazer.
Wendy's.
What color is it?
White.
That's a white Trailblazer?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was probably half brown. It's all dirty.
Okay. Why is it all dirty?
I have no idea. That's how she gave it to me.
Okay.
Because I was borrowing it today. Or yesterday.
After describing some of the events of his day, Cody explains why he'd called and messaged Michaela.
And I had texted Michaela and asked her if she could help me. No answer. And so I called her and no answer. And she called me back. And I had left my phone in the car when I was getting some of the parts and stuff. And then I called her back. No answer. So I was like, okay. So I texted her and I said, hey, what are you doing? And she goes, I'm in practice right now. And I said, oh, okay, well, when does it get over? She was about 5 or so, and I said, okay. And then I was loading up the rest of the stuff, and it was about 4.
There is a really long pause in Cody's recollection here, which is a change in his speech pattern so far, given that he has answered everything else fairly quickly. This will no doubt raise red flags about him searching for the right answer versus the honest one. If he'd taken this long earlier when it would have been innocuous, then we might just assume he has a memory issue with time. But he didn't. Note the other times Cody takes long pauses.
About that time, Michaela called me back, and I called her again because I didn't have my phone. And then she answered, and I said, so can you come help me? And she goes, give me just a second, I just got in the locker room, I'll get ready, and I'll call you back. I said, okay. I don't know how long later, and then she called me back.
Was that on a text or through the phone?
Phone.
Okay.
And so she called me back, I don't know how long later, and then I said, can you come help me? And she goes, I can't, I have to go home, I have to go to go work out or something at 8:30, and I don't know, and her mom was picking her up at 5.
This dude's guilty.
And I said, okay, no worries. And then I asked her if she was okay, because she had a weird tone of voice, kind of like an indifferent, like, I don't know, sad, mad type. And I was like, you all right? She goes, yeah, just fine. I was like, okay, no worries. Then I hung up and continued to get stuff done.
Cody continues to narrate the rest of his evening, informing the detectives that he picked up Tony from a golf course at 7, and then they got drinks from a McDonald's drive-thru. Soon after, both had been informed by their classmates about Michaela's disappearance, and they joined the search parties immediately. However, Cody reveals one shocking detail that reverses everything that the investigators had found out so far.
I left, and then...
So you didn't see her at all?
I saw her after school. That was it.
By the walk?
Yeah.
Other than that, you didn't see her at all?
I saw her leave the school when I left.
When did you leave?
5:30.
You seen her leave the school?
Yeah.
Where was she leaving from?
She was going out the front. She was standing there talking to somebody when I left. And then there was a Mexican kid and one of the...
How sure you were it was her going out the front?
Positive.
As he says positive, Cody slightly shakes his head. Just like Javier, this could be a sign of nervousness at the situation, not deception. But unlike Javier, Cody's blink rate also increases.
It's positively her? What was she wearing, you know?
Jeans and a gray sweater.
Okay. Anything else?
That's about all I can remember. Jeans and a gray sweater. And I think...
So where were you at seeing her going up?
When I was going up the... I guess you call it the turnpike leaving school.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. She was standing...
You were driving?
Yeah. When she was standing by the door. And then,
You're 100% positive it was her?
Yeah.
So tasty, it could make Poseidon switch to a spoon. Holy divine taste from the Greek gods.
Cody had seen Michaela speak with someone at the school's front door. The investigators continue their line of questioning to get as much information about Michaela and this strange individual who may have played a role in her disappearance.
So the first time you seen Michaela was at the lockers. That was approximately what time?
Right after school, about 3:30, 3:32, 3:35.
The last time you seen her was?
About 5:30.
And that was where?
At school.
She was with somebody?
Just some... I thought it was her boyfriend, because it was a short
Her
Mexican.
boyfriend being Javier?
Yeah, I thought it was him, but it's just some short Mexican kid, but everybody said he went to work right after school, so...
But you're positive she was out front?
Yeah, for sure.
What did she have on? You said she had on what, jeans?
Jeans and a gray sweater.
Anything else with her?
She had a black, like a handbag backpack type thing, and it looked like it was either striped or had paint on. I don't know. It was either striped or polka dot. I don't know, but it was black.
Anything else with her? What color shirt she have on?
I couldn't tell. I could just tell she had a big sweater on, a big like gray one, a hoodie style. But other than that, that's about it.
As Cody continues to describe everything he'd witnessed, he dishes out further information that raises concerns about Michaela's well-being.
That was about 5:30.
Yeah.
Anything else you can think of that I haven't asked that maybe I should know that you think's relevant?
A while back, I can't remember exactly how long back.
I don't know, it's
One time
bullshit.
she was walking to the hall and she
This
looked
is
like she was
bullshit.
pretty upset.
This is
She
bullshit. This is bullshit, bruh. Man.
Crying or nothing, but you could, like her eyes were red and looked like she'd probably been crying or something.
As he shares this new detail, Cody shows more signs of his anxiety as he starts to rapidly blink.
That day I saw her up where the V is at in our front of our school, where the two walkways are on the left side, talking with her boyfriend and arguing, and then for at least a week they didn't really say nothing to each other, and then at least at school they didn't.
Bro, stalking.
And it seemed like they're, I guess, tense towards each other.
What do you think that was?
There was a basketball game going on, so I don't know, maybe 2-3 weeks ago. Maybe, it was probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago, actually. Because I just barely...
Your boyfriend might have been... Has something to do with this, is what you're trying to say, or?
No, I just trying to throw, like you said, throw relevant stuff out there.
During an interview, investigators pay close attention to how a person behaves, reacts, or responds to questions. They often look for a cluster of behaviors, such as the ones that Cody just displayed by rapidly blinking, swallowing deeply, sniffing, and making a tongue click noise. The click could be due to him having a dry mouth from anxiety, as that's a normal part of the stress response. A cluster of behaviors can consist of multiple actions or responses that, when taken together, suggest a particular state of mind, such as nervousness or anxiety. A cluster often includes a combination of 3 or more signs of deception, such as...
Cat, I'm dead ass serious. Holes just turned on my fucking TV. My TV, so when it's like, what's the word, idle for too long, it would just turn on random shit, and literally Holes is on right now. If you know, you know. Banger of a movie.
Avoidance of certain topics, changes in body language, or other indicators that a person may be withholding information or lying. Nonverbal communication cues like facial expressions, gestures, posture, and eye contact are also considered when assessing a cluster of behaviors. It's important to note that the interpretation of a cluster of behaviors should take into account the specific circumstances, the individual's baseline behavior, and other factors, such as culture and mental health and context. What might be suspicious behavior in one context may be perfectly normal in another. As well, a cluster of behaviors is also not definitive proof of guilt. Instead, it guides investigators in their decision-making process and can be used to develop additional areas of inquiry or obtain additional evidence.
Other than that, what do you think? What's your opinion?
Honestly,
I need a blanket
I hope
check.
she just got in a fight with her boyfriend or mom or something. It's just
This quick movement might be the most revealing of all so far, as Cody breaks from his baseline behavior. The idea of baseline behavior refers to the typical or normal behavior of an individual when they are not under stress or experiencing unusual circumstances. It serves as a reference point that an investigator can compare the person's behavior to during the interrogation. Understanding an individual's baseline behavior is essential in actual decryption.
Yeah, and ain't nobody know my behavior.
Because it helps investigators identify potential deviations or anomalies that may suggest deception or discomfort. Up to this point, Cody hasn't moved too much or shown much emotion. But here, along with more rapid blinking, Cody rubs at his eyes and pinches his mouth closed, which together all seem to signal that he has some growing anxiety and stress about this subject in particular.
At a friend's house or something.
Understand. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, find her, will you?
Police begin to wonder if they dismissed Javier too soon and meet with him again the same day to verify his whereabouts. When they bring up Cody's name, Javier shares new concerns.
They haven't talked for like about 3 months, and it's kind of strange that yesterday she got text from him and he went up to her and he told her, hey, can you come and help me do something in the welding shop because I need help? And I don't know why he'd ask her that. I think he like kind of like, I shouldn't like say stalk, but like
call that.
Doing that. How long has this been going on that he's been stalking her?
No, I don't know. Like, it's because they used to have a relationship before I was with her, and yeah, I don't know.
As Javier says this, he does a lip compression, lip licking, a bit of a bigger breath, and almost seems to lose his train of thought for a minute.
Yeah, you probably don't fuck with him, bro. Like, what you mean, dog?
This cluster of behaviors could indicate that he has some disdain or dislike for this topic of Cody and Michaela dated previously.
Yeah, obviously.
But like, he tries to give her problems, and usually they try to ignore each other. And if they talk, they like have attitude towards each other. They get mad right away.
While it was evident that the boys didn't get along, confirming their accusations against each other was crucial. To validate the details, investigators visit Javier's workplace to check the surveillance footage, which definitely showed that he had left his workplace at 10 p.m. and had been working consistently until then. Michaela's mother, Celia, also corroborates his statements of her reaching out to him while looking for her daughter. As the investigators find no cause to doubt Javier's intentions, they once again strike his name off the list.
But
to verify Cody's statements, the investigating team schedules an interview with Cody's fiance, Tony Fratto, and her statements add an unexpected twist to the case.
And then about 5:30, he texted me and said that he was home and he's gonna...
She's Italian, bro. I don't want to claim her, but we have to, bro. We can just tell. She's one of those weird motherfuckers. Yeah.
About what time?
About 5:30.
Okay, he texted you? You saw that text?
I don't.
Okay, he texted you and said he was home.
Mm-hmm.
Right after she answers about no longer having the text message, Tony does some interesting lip compressions and lip licking. Something about that answer seems to have not sat well with her.
And he said he was gonna work on some of those parts and work on his RC cars and everything.
RC cars? I fucking hate people that talk like this. Fucking pisses me off, bro. That RC cars. Hey, if you can't fucking talk right, don't talk at all.
We're planning to go do something, get out of the house.
Why does she use your tongue like that, bro? I'm sorry, I'm hating too much. My bad, chat.
About 7 o'clock from the golf course. That's where they're holding the meeting.
How many times did he text you between 5 and 7?
Fucking hate it.
Maybe 10, 15 texts.
Okay. So at 7 o'clock, what did you guys do?
We went and got drinks at McDonald's. And
holy shit. Every fucking word.
Sat in McDonald's for a little while, talking and everything. Yeah. And then that's about the time maybe we sat there close to 45 minutes or whatever, just talking and everything. And that's when we started getting like texts and calls and asking if we'd seen Michaela, and I said, we haven't seen her at all. And so after about like 5 calls or whatever, we were like, okay, something's going on. So we went and drove around, see if we could see her or anything.
Can you recount where you drove around?
We started over by the school, kind of made our way down to Hanson Storage.
Back at the school, Cody was texting, calling somebody. Do you know?
I don't know.
Did he ask anybody to come help him with anything?
I know he was was trying to get a hold of Mickey, but I don't know if she did or not. Cause
did he tell you he was trying to get a hold of Mickey?
He did tell me that he was trying to get a hold of her, but every time he called or text, she wouldn't reply or didn't answer.
What did he want to do? What did he want her with her?
I think just to load in the heavy metal or whatever, so she could grab one and he could grab the other. But I don't know if that happened. I don't know.
You don't got no friends?
It appears that the way that Tony expresses her inward anxiety is through lip compression and licking. This is a red flag that she's hiding something, or she knows more than she's letting on, especially following her saying, "I don't know."
Well, how would you say that you and Mickey get along?
We say hi once in a while. We don't really talk. I don't know Mickey very well.
Do you really care for her?
As a person, I don't have anything against her, no.
Wood barrel bourbon. This body wash, exceptional. The aroma is bodacious. Gives up to squash your heart.
Fuck Sydney Sweeney.
Not only is there an upward inflection in her voice,
go get your man. Y'all go get a fucking wife, bruh. Get your dicks out of your hands, bruh. You jacking off. Whoever bought that soap, bro, you're down bad. Like, that is the dirtiest shit. She couldn't pay me $1 million to fucking use that soap.
Question here.
Ain't nobody want that dirty ass shit, bruh.
By saying
she's fucked so many dudes, and now you got them dudes on you.
Is saying. She's not admitting
Sydney,
that
you're a whore,
bitch.
Her, ain't nobody fucking with you.
Really odd way. The original question was, "Do you care?"
My bad, that was too far.
So Tony has avoided directly
still don't fucking
yes
care about
no.
you. Did her and Cody have a relationship prior to you?
I'm sorry, this is the last thing I'm gonna say about it. I hate bitches that try to be pretty. She think, oh my god. I mean, she puts like 10 pounds of makeup on. Take the makeup off. What do you look like? Take the makeup off. What do you look like?
A really long time ago.
And you don't have any like hard feelings towards her, or if people said you hate her, that's not the case?
No, not at all.
Even after being asked multiple times, Tony is consistent with the timeline of events. Starting from their visit to McDonald's, their search for Michaela, and the subsequent trip to Cody's cousin's place to return his friend's car. Tony substantiates every detail.
I feel like every time they bring up
locations they scoured while searching for Michaela. Additional members of the search team also support this account, affirming that they witnessed the couple's efforts to locate the missing teenager within the town. The situation looked nothing beyond regular teenage drama, and the investigating team crosses off Cody's name from their suspect list. It's now March 5th, 2 days.
What? He didn't do it?
Michaela's sudden disappearance.
Are you fucking me? He definitely did do it.
Devoid of suspects or fresh leads to propel the case forward.
That's a tiny... Or am I tripping? Am I tripping? I might be tripping. I'm just... No, that's a baseball field. Yeah, that's tiny as fuck, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Yeah, I'm not even gonna front, bro. That's a little ass school. I'm sorry, my high school was just huge.
Just then, an unexpected twist changes the entire course of the investigation. A distressing phone call reaches the investigators from an employee working at a local mining company in West Wendover. He recounts seeing a set of tire tracks turning into an otherwise desolate patch of the desert while he drove back to West Wendover. He shares that he had followed the tracks into the desert and saw what looked like blood splattered onto the ground and the rocks. Recognizing the gravity of his discovery, he had now called the police to relay this ominous find. In this never-before-seen eerie video, the police arrive at the desert location and quickly uncover the tire tracks, as well as the blood splatters the caller had reported.
What is it? What is it?
The shallow grave in the desert confirms their worst fears. As soon as the officers notice human flesh, they call the forensics team to assist them in retrieving the body and the samples.
What was it?
Michaela Constanzo. The apparent cause of her death was a profound wound on her throat. Her hands were bound with zip ties. While the zip ties suggested a potential kidnapping, the investigators remain uncertain about who might have had motives to abduct her and why.
I'm telling you, it's that other
Their
kid.
focus pivots to the mine worker who'd originally reported about finding the grave in the desert. But they find no evidence to incriminate him or any suspicious person in the desert who may have been involved. With no leads to verify, the police circle back and request the school to provide their surveillance tapes from the day of Michaela's disappearance, in the hopes that they will find something or someone they might have missed. The CCTV footage exposes a disturbing reality that changes everything. In the footage, they see Michaela in the hallway at the end of the day, and someone following her.
I was playing in the shit.
Javier, as Cody Patton had suggested. It's Cody himself. On the day that Michaela went missing at 5:41 p.m., Cody walks by the school's locker room for the first time.
The new H2 Pro system separates clean and dirty water. The new H2 Pro from O-Cedar.
At 5:44 p.m., he exits and re-enters the school from the back door and goes back to the locker room. 10 minutes later, he walks by the locker room and continues to pace there. At 6 p.m., investigators watch Michaela leave the school, and shockingly, Cody follows her. During his interview with the investigators, Cody claimed that he witnessed Michaela along with another person at the school's entrance. However, the surveillance video contradicted this statement entirely. Instead, the investigating team see Cody exiting the school through the back door at 6 p.m., which differs from his earlier statement of leaving school at 5:30 p.m. The investigators speak with Cody's parents to find out more about their son's whereabouts. They confirm meeting Cody and their family that night, but do flag their concerns about his friendship with the person who lent their car to Cody.
Tell us about her or what you know about her, if you don't mind.
She's creepy.
Yeah, she's what?
Creepy.
Creepy.
She used to be their dance teacher before they were in kindergarten. Both of our kids.
When they were 4 years, no, 8. 4, yeah. Does she regularly let the kids drive her vehicle?
Yeah, all kids.
Everybody.
Remarks from Cody's parents had sparked significant apprehension regarding this person, who frequently allowed teenagers like Cody to use her car. To gather additional information about who had access to the car and their locations on the day of Michaela's murder, the investigating team interviews this individual.
So when was the next time you contact with Cody, whether it was in
like
person
8:40.
You guys want me to be honest? I'm not even gonna
calls or texts?
Not even gonna say nothing, chat.
Texting throughout the day. You know, we were going to go to Metro after school. He said, no, I've got to hurry and get this stuff done. And then about 5:45, I'm like, I need my car. I'm not done yet.
That's all you were saying?
Yeah.
What else do you think you text back and forth?
I'm not gonna lie. Can I even say the word? She's you know what? Is this what female versions look like?
Just hurry. I need my car. You know, nothing. I mean, he didn't seem irritated or anything. It was just normal conversation.
When you let him have the car, you say about noon. What condition was it in? I mean,
Well, the night before there was that flash rainstorm, and I was at Smith's, and so it basically washed everything off that was there before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it was clean from the rain.
When you got it back, what did it look like?
It was dusty.
The police find out that Cody had been the only person she'd lent her car to on that day. Adding to the intrigue, a distinctive detail about the car emerges, one that sharply contrasts with Cody's narrative. This individual recalls that the car was covered in dust when Cody returned it, while Cody had stated that he'd received the vehicle in that condition. However, Tony contradicted both of these accounts in her statement.
So you seen the vehicle at about 4:50?
Yeah.
What condition was the vehicle in? Was it clean?
Yeah.
Was it dirty?
Not that I noticed. I mean, there was a few, like, dirt or whatever from, like, the metal because it'd been laying on the ground or whatever. But that's...
The outside wasn't dusty? There was no mud on it? Or
not that I noticed, no.
Okay. When he got you at 7 o'clock, did you see the vehicle?
Yeah.
What did it look like then?
The same.
It wasn't dusty or anything?
Mm-mm.
The varying descriptions concerning the car's condition raised serious doubts about Cody's involvement in the crime. In pursuit of substantial evidence against him, the team takes custody of the vehicle for analysis and speaks with his classmates, friends, and teachers. In the course of these never-heard-before interviews, the investigators come across astounding testimonies regarding Cody's attitude.
Right at Home is proud to be recognized as a great place to work, a distinction earned by dedicated locally owned offices across the country.
As well as an unsettling rumor that had been making its way around the school.
He is a person who is aggressive and he does have a temper. And they were telling me earlier that I think she's afraid of him because I think he does abuse her. I'm pretty sure he's hit her before.
But she's never told you that?
No. But they said they told me they had to.
Man, alright, one more thing, bro. Y'all teenagers, watch your fucking mouth, man. Like, I get this is a completely different situation. This is one of the 1 million fucking chances that this shit actually happens and it's true. Bro, I'm pretty sure he beats her. I'm pretty sure he abuses her. All the fuck. Dude, I've heard every fucking girl I knew in high school claimed. You know what? They claimed it all. Literally every single one of them. Okay, 99% of you never did. No dudes even want y'all fat bitches, you ugly whores. No dude wants that, bruh. You guys put so much makeup and you think you guys are hot and attractive. No. Once dudes hit college and they go fucking find, like, okay, real shit. You want me to be straight up honest with you? You want me to be straight up honest with you? There are a million 10 out of 10 girls that look 10 out of 10, but there are fucking probably one out of every 100 million females, there's probably one good one. Loyal one with a good personality. I'm going to be straight up. Yeah, I'm going to be straight up. Women, you guys are ruining shit. Straight up. I mean, I know dudes aren't fucking amazing and all this, but like, you guys claim, accusations ruin people's lives, and you guys have ruined so many people's lives, bro. Dead ass. There should be the equal amount should be put on, like, if you get penalized the equal amount. Like, if you accuse somebody and they're found innocent, the accuser should go to prison. They should. That is, it's terrible. It really is terrible. And all these girls think they can do it. I'm being so dead ass. I can guarantee I've heard over 100 different girls say that they have that happen to them, and I can guarantee none of them had. Cause no girls or no dudes want that. Real shit. No dude wants it that bad. No dude wants that ugly piece of shit that bad. No dude. No dude. No, dude. And, bro, the dude, don't even get me started about fucking the other things women do that fucking stupid. The WNBA, pay us what we deserve. Bitch, you guys would be getting a pay cut. You stupid bitches. Pay us what we deserve. Pay us what we deserve. Bitch, you're getting funded by the NBA. That's the only reason y'all are getting paid what you are right now. If you weren't, you'd be getting less. You guys make no money. WNBA, you're a fucking joke. Nobody watches you besides Caitlin Clark. It's true. Angel Reese is dog shit. Angel Wilson is dog. Did you see her fucking airball at the All-Star game? And then Kelsey Plum, not to be a tattletailer, but I didn't see Team Clark out there because she's not like you. Kelsey, nobody likes you. You greaseball. You slick your hair back so fucking hard and you're greasy as fuck. Nobody likes you guys. You realize that, right? And that one bitch that was twerking when she got her name called, bro, you guys are fucking cringe and corny as fuck. Like, go check your DMs. Go check your comments. That's all I gotta say, bro. That's all I gotta say. You guys can sit here and bitch and say equal pay, equal play, equal pay. You're never gonna get it. I will put my life on it. You never get it. You never will. And that's just a fact. Women don't know how to... You want me to be straight up? I'm going to say it again. Y'all don't know how to get the job done. Straight up. Straight up. Don't know how to do shit, bro. Y'all got to stop hating on men so much, bro. That shit triggers the fuck out of me. Dead ass.
Tape of him choking her against the wall.
So, when you say he has a temper, have you ever seen the temper?
Nope.
I haven't personally. I don't think I've seen him. Like,
so then don't fucking say shit, you stupid bitch. I can already tell by her voice. Like, he killed the bitch. Or not the. My bad. He killed the girl, 100%, and he should be in prison for the rest of his life, depending on what he actually did to her. And if he fucking went crazy on her, then yeah, he should have the death penalty. But, bitch, you ain't ever seen none of that shit. You just said that. So don't be like, dude. Just say, yeah, there's allegations of him doing shit to her, and that's that. And then let them dig deep into actually people seeing the shit and actually hearing about the shit from her. Not you, oh, I haven't seen it, or I've just heard about it.
Be angry and storm out, but I've never seen him, like, take it out on anybody or anything. I just seen him, like...
So he has no history of violence. He just leaves when he gets angry. That's all you had to say. And then the cops would be like, all right, so he has anger problems. We'll take that from him. And then go find somebody that knows even more. And then find new evidence. Like, yeah, he did this. I'm buried by the book, bro. I'm buried by the book. Like, you got to go in steps. She's just jumping. At this point in the case, bro, they don't know what's going on yet. So she's just trying to make it. Trying to make the case.
Disappear.
Shockingly, beneath the facade of a happy couple, Cody and Tony were grappling with issues. Their seemingly harmonious relationship exposed a dark side when a heated argument between them in the school's locker room was caught on surveillance camera.
Now this is valid. If people seen this and was like, yo, this motherfucker did this, he did that, I bet. Now we on it. Now if he punches her right here, or hits her anytime, pushes her, I bet. I'd be on that. I'd be beating his ass, 100%. If he touches her, if you see it, yes.
Staff member at the school further elaborated on in his interview with the police.
Anything we haven't asked about we should know about?
I don't know. Cody seemed, just after the semester ended, which was in January, I mean, he seemed a little distracted that he got kicked out of my weights class. And I don't know if things in his life are just kind of piling up or what, but he would show up in the gym every now and again and I would kick him out. And that's kind of where this all started, when I didn't even really ask him why he was here at the school that night, because our relationship's kind of confrontational sometimes, and so I just really didn't want to get involved in that area of it. And so that's why that night I wish, I look back now and wished I would have said something to him, but I mean, he just didn't really act like he was mad at anything that night. I mean, he put the keys in his mouth, and he did his, I still see it to this day, how he looked, but I mean, it just didn't look like he was mad at something or somebody. And of course, I'm not sure what happened from that point on, but...
Why did he get kicked out of the class?
Because of the relationship between him and Tony turned bad, so to speak, and so they wanted to keep them separated as much as possible.
So Tony was in the weights class?
Yes, she was with him that semester.
And so what class did he go to?
It was a credit recovery class to try and see if he can get graduated this school.
Alright, now the more I'm finding out about the kid, the more he's... okay. I understand where the rumors are coming from, guys, but these things have a fucking bad... This guy has these people that make these videos, you guys got to give me this information first, bro. You can't just give me an empty plate and then give me accusations or allegations, bro. I hate that shit, bro. Give me the fucking proof, bro. I hate fucking feelings and I love facts. I hate feelings and I love facts. Fuck your feelings. Show me what happened. Fuck what you think happened. Show me what actually happened. That's me personally. So when I hear always this, always that with no proof, I'm like, all right, you're a fucking idiot, bro. And she was like, oh, but I've never seen it. Oh, but there's rumors. Oh, but he's never actually done it. And then don't come over here and actually tell me he has done it. You stupid fucking video. Now you're making me, what's the word? The dudes that don't like women? Whatever they're called. It makes me look like that because I just bitched out a bunch of fucking whores and shit because, well, fuck whores, but they're dude versions too. All right, guys, whenever I say something about women, there's always a male version of the women, all right? So I'm never just singling out the women. I'm just singling out what's in front of me right now. And majority of the time, I'm not going to lie, majority of the time, what I was talking about, it's mostly women. It's not always, there's barely any dudes that say that shit. But there are pussy dudes like that. So I ain't just singling out women. But, yeah, these videos got to stop that, man. That just pisses me off, man, because it made me look like an asshole.
Because he had some classes that he had failed in the past that he was trying to make up credit for.
Okay. When you say the relationship between them went bad, what do you mean?
He got a little. I'm not sure all the details because, of course, they don't.
If this motherfucker, if he beats her and says that, the people that I will literally unsubscribe to this video, these people that make these videos, because they fucking put the shit after I rant, dude. What the fuck?
Too much to us, but apparently the administration was just trying to keep those two apart as much as possible because I guess he got a little bit of violent toward her a couple of times.
Okay. Yeah, fuck EWU videos. EWU, you fucking suck, dude. What the fuck, bro? Stop putting the bad shit in.
Any problems? Not between those two, no.
Clearly, Cody had anger issues and often resorted to violence. One of his friends had tried to warn Michaela about it as well.
Last guy just asked Michaela, is Cody trying to talk to you again? He's like, she said, yeah, and I'm like, well, you probably shouldn't. It's bad news. He's his girlfriend, that basically is what I said. Mm-hmm. And that's about it.
Okay. So you and her were texting back and forth?
For a little bit.
Okay. Did she mention...
Alright, I'm not gonna lie. Let me be straight up honest. Homie was trying to get some. That's all I'm gonna say. Homie was trying to get some. If you're her fucking friend and you tell somebody that, why are you fucking friends with him? No, he was just trying to put a bad name on Cody and get some pussy, regardless if it's true or not. That's what he was thinking.
You what he was texting her about, or what she was talking? No.
She said she told him to leave him alone before, or that's what she said to me.
To you? She told you that? Okay. You told Michaela that
he's bad news, basically.
Okay. Why is that?
Just because, I don't know, he's kind of two-faced.
Oh, two-faced. But you're best friends with him.
Yes, that's the best way to put it.
Okay.
The situation became increasingly alarming when both this friend and his mother reported similar instances of violence and manipulation involving Cody.
I don't know, I think I was talking to one of the other teachers or talking to the vice principal, and it was about certain behaviors with Cody. I had huge issues because it had finally gotten to a point where he quit hanging out with him because he was doing ridiculous stuff, things that are maniacal. Burned my son with a piece of metal and then tried to play it off like it was an accident.
In school? No. His parents own a shop and we were soldering a battery cable together and he's like, is this hot? Touch me with it.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie. You wanna be honest, bro? That's not that fucking... Bro, that shit happened to me in metals, bro. When I was welding, bro, my homie just hit you with the fucking thing. It's not that big of a deal, dude. You get a little burn on your arm, bro. Have you ever watched Yellowstone? Man, that's just some... I'm not trying to defend the dude, but this is just teenage shit. I need to hear some really fucked up shit. I need to hear that he beats his girlfriend. I need to hear that... Oh, we already heard that. Alright, but this is not... Yeah, this is normal, bro. Dudes be fucking with each other all the time, dude. Like, what? Oh, put your hand on my exhaust after you just got done riding your bike. Like, what? Yeah, come on.
No, it's not hot.
This dude sounds like a...
These disturbing descriptions show some potential signs of serious mental health struggles along the lines of conduct disorder and its adult relative, antisocial personality disorder.
And hey, EWU, stop bringing up anti-social personality, bro. Fight Reacts has that shit. Everybody, Queso does. People just don't like people, bro. It doesn't mean you're a fucking killer. Stop bringing it up.
Of anger and aggression when faced with obstacles or not getting their way, even in minor situations, can be a big cause for concern. The red flag is when this behavior goes beyond occasional frustration. Deliberately causing harm to others, whether physically or emotionally, is another significant red flag, as well as an apparent absence of empathy or remorse for the pain and suffering they inflict. A tendency to lie, manipulate, or deceive others for personal gain is also common in individuals with antisocial personality disorder. So is struggling to form and maintain healthy relationships due to their aggressive and manipulative behaviors. Many individuals with conduct disorder display these behaviors in childhood or adolescence. Identifying such issues at a young age is essential for intervention and treatment. If these behaviors persist into adulthood and are not simply a phase of adolescence, it may suggest a more serious underlying condition, like antisocial personality disorder.
Well, and then he took.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I might have that shit, bro.
Broken. This was it for me. I was like,
what happened was I went to their house. I've been in their house like 2-3 times, and I was there once, and I was in their living room the entire time. I came back out, and they told his older brother that I'm not allowed to hang out there anymore. And I was like, what did I do? And apparently it's because I stole money. And I was like, I don't even know what money you're talking about. And when we were in class one day, because he came in to see Tony, he's like, because this is his old phone, and he's like, can I see mobile? He was looking at it and whatnot. He's like, when are you going to give me $30 for this? I'm like, you said you're letting me borrow it, until he got mine. And he took it, and I was on the computer playing guitar because it's my guitar class, and he apparently sent a text to himself saying that I basically admitted for it, like that I stole the money. And I was like, really? Are you kidding me?
And it was his older brother that said, hey, had he borrowed your phone anytime recently? And was like, had to think about it, yeah. And he's like, oh, because check it out, this is what he did.
It's like, it doesn't seem like you texting. He's like, I don't know how you text,
And my son may be a lot of things, but he is not a teen.
Have you ever seen Cody violent? You said you and him almost got into it.
Oh, a couple times we have. I almost got in a fight with him 3 or 4 times. One time I was at the shop. He threw a blow at me, and then I went underneath him. I picked him up, slammed him on the ground. I was like, you need to knock your stuff off before I kick you. But the last most recent circumstances, they were out, me and a couple of my buddies.
Circumstance? Anybody that uses this word will get their fucking ass kicked. Alright? Fuck Cody and fuck this other kid. You put yourself by him. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Cody. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Fuck this pussy that hits women and thinks he's all hotshot. Alright? I do not fucking like this kid at all. But this other kid just seems like a dumbass. Cause you're best friends with him, bro. Like, you making my voice crack. You are best friends with this kid, bro. And this mom's a dumb bitch, too. You let him fucking hang around him. Like, what? Okay.
We're out, and they're all drinking and whatnot, and I was like, I'm not doing this, because they're acting ridiculous. I was like, okay, I'm not getting in trouble. And so I said, I'm walking home, and it was like 10 or 11 at night, and I was like, I'm walking home, and he's like, why are you bringing it? He's going off, he's all mad because I'm leaving. And we're yelling in each other's faces, and I'm like, I'm sick of your crap, and we're sitting there, and then he comes up, he's like, oh, I'm sorry, and he just walks off. That was the last time, and I was like, I'm not dealing with this crap no more.
Because of his controlling and erratic behavior, Cody had lost many friends. But had his anger pushed him to do something unthinkable this time? To find out more about what transpired between Cody and Michaela and how their relationship changed after they broke up, the investigators talked to her best friend.
You were at track practice with her on the 3rd? Okay. Was there anything unusual going on?
The only thing that Kayla was talking about was she had her phone with her and she was saying that Cody hadn't been texting her. That was the only thing that was weird.
Why was it weird?
Because they usually don't talk because they don't really like each other.
Okay. Was she bothered by these texts all of a sudden?
She just seemed annoyed by it. Like, why would you want to bother her at all?
What about Cody? Do you know him very well?
What is it? What's your YouTube channel? I'll react to it.
Did he ever talk about Michaela?
Only how annoying she was.
Alright, let me be honest with you. I like this girl. She's not throwing allegations out. She's just being honest. Is Dylan Dose? Yeah. Here, I'll go look at it real quick, but I'm going to finish this video. And then after this video, if you're still in here, I'll look at it again. We'll go deeper. But yeah, I got you. Hey, if you want to drop a follow, my boy, I'd greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Dylan Dose 490. Dylan, I didn't know you had motion like that, my boy. I see the C8. Don't get me messed up, my boy. I see the C8. Don't, yes, sir, Dylan. I didn't even have to click on the YouTube. Damn, Dylan, W. All right, we're following. Yes, sir, W. W Dylan. W Dylan. W Dylan, bro. W Dylan, bro. Honestly, Dylan, if I went on TikTok right now, my whole For You page is this. My whole For You page, yo, I see a fucking old ass 55 Chevy Impala in a garage. I'm gonna go ask the owner if I could buy it. That's all my For You pages. Look at this chat. Yeah, go follow Dylan. No, real shit, no glaze. I love this shit. I will. Let me finish this video. I'll react to that. 100%. 100%. W Dylan, chat. Yes, sir. Is that your C8, by the way? Your C8?
Versatile and in demand.
Well, yeah, it is. You have fucking
with the University of Florida's
bikes and shit.
Contrary to the impression Cody had given to the
That's actually
investigators
awesome.
during his interview, the reality was quite different regarding his.
Hey, if you like bucked up, go use code Greg6. Get you a discount. Bucked up is amazing.
Relationship with Michaela. Both could not stand each other and were hardly cordial. Adding to this, the friend also disclosed a concerning offer that Cody made to Michaela on the day she mysteriously...
A Beamer? Oh, I ain't got a CA, I got a Beamer. Come on, man. Acting like that's any worse. Like, what? That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, at least you're not a fake clout chaser. At least he's not a clout chaser. He owned up and admitted to renting the C8, bro. Hey, but you gonna have that bitch. Real shit, you gonna have that bitch. You see how many followers that motherfucker had?
I randomly texted her out of nowhere.
Real shit, thank you for coming up in here commenting. I love it.
Her and Cody don't text. They don't even talk to each other.
Okay, so it was real unusual to be getting texts from Cody. Okay. Why didn't she have a
hey, I'm not gonna lie, Dodge is my favorite. That's my person. I had a Grand Cherokee in high school. But right now I have a little goal we're working towards. I want to get a little 2020 Grand Cherokee, and then you know what I want to do with it. You know what I want to do with it.
Well, she didn't ask for a ride, but normally that's why I stay, is so that she can get a ride home.
Given their history, it was strange for Cody to reach out to Michaela for help. Why had he offered her a ride back home? The investigating team interviewed Michaela's boyfriend Javier again to find out if he knew anything about the messages or the reason behind Cody's sudden change in behavior.
What about Cody?
I don't know, like, that was like the first time she talked. Well, he started bothering her in like 2 months.
Okay. You say bothering her 2 months prior. What was going on?
He would annoy her and like try to talk to her and say hi and text her and stuff, and she'd tell him like, leave me alone. I don't want you in my life. Like, I'm done with you. And I guess he didn't get it. And after she told him that, like, he stopped texting her and like trying to talk to her for like 2 or 3 months. Like after that, this happened.
Did she tell you about those times, or did you see the texts?
No, she would tell me that she was annoying and that he would bother her. She didn't feel comfortable.
How come? Do you know?
Well, I guess it's because they were dating like back in 8th grade or so, and I don't know, like he hurt her and he broke her heart. And
So, did you see any of the texts that Cody sent to her?
No, she didn't tell me anything.
Okay.
She would just tell me that like he would like go and visit her, like knock at her door at her house and just to say hi and leave and try to talk to her. She would never show me anything.
Okay.
This is a clear red flag and sounds like obsessive and stalking behavior. In his attempt to mislead the investigation, Cody had deviously fabricated an elaborate lie by pointing towards Javier as a potential suspect in his interview. He had also pretended to show concern for Michaela by building false narratives about seeing her distressed and isolated on campus. Javier's interview also exposes a shocking truth. Tony wasn't the first girl Cody had allegedly assaulted.
Did she ever tell you if Cody ever hurt her physically?
No, she was talking about this one time in 8th grade when they were dating, I guess. She was talking to some of Cody's friends, and I guess they were out in front of the house or something, and I guess he got jealous or something, and he had this little knife, or I guess he accidentally cut her on her left shoulder or something. And
Bro's a menace. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
Oh, she told you that?
And if they would have just if you would have just said this shit at the beginning of the video, I wouldn't have looked like a dickhead.
That happened.
You know?
8th grade. I'm not sure if it was because she was talking to his friends, or if it was an accident.
You know if she told anybody else about that?
No, I'm not sure.
The police's doubts are confirmed with the arrival of the car analysis reports that suggest that the tire tracks and the dust on the car that Cody drove perfectly matched the desert where Michaela's body was found. But what rattles the investigators is the deeply unsettling revelation from the DNA samples, which confirmed that Michaela had been in that car on the day she'd been murdered. Armed with this array of compelling evidence, the police set up an interview with Cody to confront his web of lies.
You told us that you thought that the boy she was with at 5:30 was her boyfriend.
Correct.
You gave us a description. However, it's not the same description that you told us, Javier, when you saw her at lunch. They don't match.
No, I said I thought so.
But you didn't say you thought that this boy was her boyfriend because he was wearing the same clothes that he was wearing at lunch. You didn't bother to tell us that. Your story's not making sense there. That doesn't make sense.
On God.
What do you mean? If you know him, you know him.
Yeah.
I mean, be pretty
But he
easy.
was facing that way.
As he continues to lie, officers confront him with Michaela's phone records.
She didn't call you twice. Mickey didn't call you twice.
That's what I recall.
No. You sent more than 2 text messages to her.
Not that I recall, no.
You sent probably
2 or 3.
5 or 6.
Okay.
Okay? That wasn't mud on Wendy's car. That was dust.
Okay, so what are you getting at?
But I'm getting
You
at
killed her.
You're not being totally truthful with us.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
He wants him to come out and say, yo, yeah, you killed the bitch, and then he's gonna lawyer up.
You some inconsistencies based upon your own statement and physical evidence that we have found. Okay, you're not being totally truthful with us.
Don't.
I went puddle bash you.
No, that wasn't mud. I'm telling you, it's dust. It's dust on that back bumper. It's dust on the side of that truck. It's not mud.
Okay. I don't know what to tell you.
Cody continues to play innocent and feign ignorance. The officer then presents the car analysis reports and what they found on the school surveillance camera in an attempt to get him to confess.
We found tire impressions at the scene. They match the Avalanche's tires, or Trailblazer, I'm sorry.
Okay.
It shows the width is the same, the wheelbase is the same, tire pattern's the same.
I was gonna say, it's just all you need is a fucking tire pattern.
Took her.
You don't need much else.
So you're saying I did it?
Yeah.
It's interesting that he's not
100%
getting upset here.
stupid bitch.
An innocent person would be in disbelief or feel anger over being falsely accused of killing someone. Cody's response is much more in line with someone who is guilty. Remember, for a guilty person, it's important that the police like them, because people are more likely to believe someone that they like over someone they dislike. While an innocent person can afford to be angry and emotional when wrongly accused, a guilty person needs to keep their cool so they can still try to look good to others and continue to talk their way out of the liar's loop. It's much harder to remain likable and convincing if they allow themselves to get angry or too upset.
I think maybe you're not telling us the truth about what happened. I'm telling you what the physical evidence is showing us. All of it's pointing to you, okay?
Put the pressure on his ass.
The issue we have is
Pussy.
the scenario of what happened with her. And
He stalked her ass, waited for her to walk out that hallway while he was in the locker room looking, peeping and shit. Went out there, got the car, or already had the car, put her ass in the car, did whatever he did, buried her in the desert. That's what happened.
to be frank with you, it doesn't
Watch.
look good.
Watch.
What do you mean? Well, I'll tell
And guess what, chat? Yes, he's a stupid, horny, fucking useless piece of shit. That's how I feel about him. So don't come up in the YouTube saying, "Oh, you just don't like women." No, fuck this dude. And fuck this dude. He should have never been on the earth, bro. Because if that was my daughter, he wouldn't be here. The cops would have never found him.
The video from the school indicates to us that you were waiting for her.
100%.
Waiting for her to get done with track.
Yep.
Okay.
I wasn't.
And that's why you walked by the girls' locker room 3 times. And you walked away from the girls' locker room 3 minutes before she left the locker room. That's exactly what happened. It's all on video. Okay?
Yeah, I told you I was in school.
No, you told us you weren't in the school. You told us you weren't in the school at that time frame.
You didn't give me a time frame.
I did. You gave me the time frame that you were in the school.
So
you did.
Remember.
Earlier, Cody used selective memory statements, and here we see them in action when he's confronted. Now he can deny withholding information because he already stated that I could remember.
I mean, let's say you sit here with someone with a gun to your head. It's like,
a gun to your head, bro.
You have
Ain't nobody had a gun to your head, baby.
Right up until 5 o'clock and right after 7 o'clock. But between 5 and 7, you've got a serious lag of detail. And I think I know why.
Okay, why?
Because that was the time she disappeared. And that was the time she died. And you were involved.
I wasn't involved in her death.
I know you were now. Because you basically told us.
I was just going to say, you told him.
This looks really bad for you.
You fucking told him, you stupid bitch. You fucking gave him the time period. Alright, yeah, this is straight stupid.
Explain to us what happened.
How was there 30 minutes left of this shit? How did they not fucking get the information out of him?
I did not touch Michaela.
Listen, we know you have before.
Have before what?
We got witnesses.
Witnesses say what?
Well, about you grabbing her and choking Tony. And we know you do that. We know you have some anger issues.
Me and Tony's issues are different.
Yeah.
Don't sit here and try to play on me and stuff.
I'm not playing on you. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, you're trying to twist my past to make it fit the scenario.
I'm not twisting anything. Listen, you can either tell us what happened and be truthful with us, or we're just going to have to go with what we got, okay? And I don't want to do that because it's going to make you look very bad right now.
This cop is manipulating the fuck out of this dude.
I need you to be truthful with me. All these mistruths, all these untruthful statements, they are, okay? You have been intentionally vague about several details.
I was just going to say.
Or they're completely false statements.
He's either lying or not being truthful.
Okay?
I haven't. You're not me. I have not falsified anything.
But you did. Okay? That wasn't mud on that truck. It was dust. Dust that matches out at the gravel pit. Okay?
Overwhelmed by the undeniable evidence arrayed against him, Cody eventually buckles and changes his statement about his last meeting with Michaela and makes a shocking revelation.
Oh,
tell me we turn it off, and I'll tell you 2 things about me and her. It's nothing that probably has anything to do with it. It's personal.
I understand that, okay? And I understand it might be embarrassing to you, or it might be very intimate to you, but we can't, okay? Because we have to be accurate here. Because if we turn it off, and then we say you said something, the judge is going to go, well, why'd you turn it off? Unless you were going to lie to us about what happened. You know?
The reason I started talking to Michaela is she told me at lunch today at school that she loved me. She just wanted to start talking again. That's all her phone calls and stuff were. And she said she wanted a ride home, and I said, okay, that's fine. So I gave her a ride home. I loaded what was left of my parts into the car and gave her a ride to the house. And I dropped her off, and I went home. And she was texting me, and I texted her back, and she said she wanted to hang out. I said, okay. So I went down, and I left the car at my house, and I just walked down there, and we were talking, and then I went back home because her mom had called her or something and was wondering where she was at, and she didn't want her mom to know that we were talking again and her boyfriend to find out. I didn't want to cause anything with Tony. I mean, I'd never cheated. I just was talking to her. And she said she wanted to go out driving around. So we went out to the gravel pit, and she started arguing with me and stuff.
Oh my God.
She would just let me out, and I let her out, and just one other truck out there, that was it. And I turned around and left.
When presented with evidence he can't deny, Cody now integrates those pieces into his new story. He's careful to mention that there was no truck there to throw suspicion on someone else, a tactic he's been using since his first interview. Guilty people will often keep volunteering information to look extra helpful or honest, and to give the police another suspect other than themselves to look at. Officers are definitely going to see red flags and are going to dig further.
And that was the last time I saw her. And then everybody told me she went missing, and I got scared because I knew people would blame me.
There was a big step, Cody. That's much closer to the truth. You're not telling us anything we don't know. You're doing the right thing now. But I never made a hand on it. Cody.
Yeah, you put a knife to her fucking throat, bro. Like, what, dog? Stop lying, dude. No, this is where I get pissed off, bro. When I know people are lying to me and I know the truth, bro, I get so triggered, bro. I'll get so triggered, man. I will start pressing until you until you explode. I will start digging, just digging. And I will purposely get you angry. The way I try to get the information, I will make you mad. And then boom, you explode. And I'll be like, oh, I bet.
Just yours.
I don't like that shit at all, bro.
These are my shoes. I got boots, I got mountain shoes. This is it. I did not kill Michaela Stanton.
I don't think you planned on it. I don't think you intended to.
I was gonna say he's giving him a...
And I think you panicked.
I didn't do anything. I simply got pissed off and left. I didn't yell, I didn't do nothing. She just said let her out. I let her out.
What'd you fight about?
About Tony. She wanted me to leave Tony for her. And I said no, because I'm not gonna leave Tony.
What changed Thursday?
Boy.
I don't know, I've always just said hi to her every once in a while. Never really talked to her ever since Alex left, but she just, one day she'd been fine with her boyfriend for a while.
What time did you go back to your house and get the Trailblazer?
I don't know.
And then you went to her apartment and picked her up?
I picked her up on the back side of the fence of like the road, and then there's a fence, and then there's a trailer parked up like right here.
And then you drove straight to the gravel pit?
We went up past the golf course and drew a little dirt road thingy in on the old exit, and then we were just kind of going down that road, and we went out there and we were talking along the way, and she started bringing up Tony, and we just kind of was like, not mad, but just like, I told her, I was like, I'm not going to leave Tony, I don't want to talk about it. But I told her, I was like, I really appreciate that you love me, I really do, but I'm not leaving Tony. And she goes, then let me the f*** out. And I said, what is your problem? And she goes, I'm not going to be around you if you're going to still be with her then. And I said, okay, fine, whatever, then get the f*** out. She got out, and I peeled out and turned around and left.
Where did she get out?
We went past a big tank that's out there a little ways, and that was it.
What side of the road was the tank on?
Right side.
How far past the tank did she get out?
Half football field and a half. I don't know.
That doesn't sound like something you would do, Cody, and just leave her stranded out there. I know she runs track and everything, but that's a long way from town.
When she had texted me, she said not to come back.
That wouldn't be safe for her.
I waited at the top of the thing and then saw her walking towards, so I said whatever, and I let.
What time did she text you to tell you not to come back?
I don't know, maybe 2 minutes after dropping her. And there was a truck out there, so I figured somebody would pick her up and bring her back to town, because it looked like a railroad truck.
Cody, that's not the entire truth, but
you know we have your phone records and her phone records, and the text stopped a little before that.
Her text stopped 5 minutes before she leaves the school.
You are on the right track, Cody.
I'm not lying.
You are.
Bro, this fucking kid, dude. I'm not lying. Go. Dude. I would beat the fuck out of this kid, bro. This fucking.
I didn't kill her.
Cody,
fuck you.
You are on the right track. Okay.
Dude, if I were, I couldn't be a detective. I'd beat the fuck out of this kid, bro. Real shit. I'd beat the fuck. Take my Glock. Fuck you, man. Beat the shit. I'd dent that fucking big ass receding ass forehead, bro. I would dent your You'd be looking like the white YB, bro. No disrespect to YB. He's my goat. He's my savior. YB on top. But fuck you.
You've made a huge step.
I did not.
Not YB. Fuck this kid.
As Cody's will begins to break, The inconsistencies within his statement become increasingly obvious. At first, he admitted to dropping Michaela off at her house, but then he changed his story by sharing that he'd driven her to the gravel pit and left her in the desert after a heated argument. As the officer rapidly identifies the flaws in his fabricated tales, Cody eventually crumbles under the weight of the pressure.
I just want to see my family.
What are you going to tell them? Are you going to tell them the truth about what happened?
I don't want to, Brendan.
I know you want to. It's easy. Personally, I think they need to know, okay? Because you're their son. They need to know the truth.
You want us to help you tell them? I just want to be with them for a little bit.
I understand that. And we'll do our best to make that happen.
On the brink of uncovering the truth, the interrogators decides to take a gamble by summoning Cody's father to the station, hopeful that he might assist in eliciting a confession from his son. A short while after the officers leave the father and son alone in the room, Cody breaks down.
You gotta start fixing this now, as much as you can. It's not about us anymore.
I'm not gonna lie. All right, now I know why he's a bitch. His dad. Listen. First of all, my son ain't ever gonna be involved in this type of shit. My son is gonna be either sports, or if he's a nerd, I bet I'm a nerd with you. I'm gonna be gaming with the motherfucker. I ain't gonna be there ain't no excuses to go out, bro. My kid is gonna be a good kid, bro. And I'm gonna be straight up on. Yo, just tell me what you're gonna be doing. Just tell me, and I won't be mad. Don't be sneaking around my back. Don't be trying to sneak no bitches in here. Just be like, yo, dad, I'm gonna have a girl over. I'll be like, I bet she gotta be out by 12. It's that fucking simple. And then once he's like, once you've been with the girl for long enough and you guys are actually dating, you guys aren't gonna just be fucking and leave each other after 2 weeks. Cause I know how high schoolers are. I'll be like, I bet, yeah, she can stay over. As long as it's cool with her parents. As long as her parents know what's going on, then we're cool. But my daughter, hey, chat, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna have to do some changing, because when I have a daughter, I don't think I'm gonna be like that. Real shit, and I'm man enough to admit that. I'm man enough to admit I'm gonna be. I don't know what to do. If I have a daughter, bro, I'm gonna be so protective of that little girl, bro. Like dead ass, bro. Because my nieces right now, the way I feel for my nieces. If they need anything, they're little, and I have one that's 12. But anyways, ooh, like I remember when my oldest was like 10 or 11, she was getting bullied in school. It was just a little time, like new school, everything, you know how it is. And I was like, yo, you need me to come up? What's up? I'll be big bro. What up? Middle school. I'll be pulling up in that middle school. I don't care, bro. I don't care. Like I'm gonna be on that. But I know I'm going to have to change and allow my daughter the same freedom that my sons get. Because at the end of the day, that's how you start mental issues. That's how you start just issues. And that's how you could be abusive as parents. You guys got to realize you got to treat everybody the same until they take advantage of it. And then you're like, I bet you get this to prove a point. You don't get this so that you understand that my point's valid. And that's how I'm going to be. That's how I'm going to be. My daughters, like this is, I'm going to admit this because I don't give a fuck. My daughter's going to be getting everything. My sons aren't. My sons are going to have to be working by the time they're 16. Nah, you working, bro. You working. You ain't. My daughter, you ain't got to. I got you until you out of college. My sons, though, I got to be harder on my sons because the real world is so much harder on guys. Young dudes, bro, we get beat up. All right? We get beat up. Women, it's kind of a cakewalk, NGL, from what I've seen. All right? So, yeah, I'm going to have to get my sons, you know what I mean? Locked in.
What you did is heinous, Cody. No.
I ain't going to be like this. I'm going to be like, yo, tell him what the fuck you did, bro. You ain't my son. If I'm this dad, dude, I'm like, bro, I did not raise you to be like this, bro. Matter of fact, cops, come get this motherfucker out of my face, bro. You kill the girl? You beat women? Alright, come. You ain't my son, bro. You ain't my son. That's how I'd be. That's how I would be.
You know you want to be with your family, and I want to be with you. There's something wrong, man. I want to be near you as much as I can. I don't want to abandon you at all. Okay? We gotta do what's right for Michaela as well.
You gotta go all the way with this. You need to put it to bed as quickly as you can. You need to get out of this town. You know what that means? You've got to just do what they need you to do. And you know what I'm saying? You've got to do a written statement or whatever it is they need so that this can be done. Right now, we are getting our answers. They need their answers. The family needs their answers.
Whoa, Jesus Christ. That's, oh my God. I thought that was his mom. That's, alright, she looks like, the sister, I'm not gonna lie, looks like she's been going through it. Like, she looks like she hasn't slept in forever. I feel terrible. The mom just, I'm not gonna lie, the mom looks kind of like, you know what I mean? The sister looks like she looks heartbroken. The mom just, call me crazy, bro.
I don't want this thing to happen to you guys.
Yeah, it's just bad picture. Just bad picture.
You know what I'm saying?
Just bad picture.
Nothing's gonna happen.
I'm not disrespecting her at all. I'm just saying she don't look like hurt.
This is it, man. This community can't do anything else to me. We have to fix that. Do you understand that? You did something that you've got to think about it. I know.
In his confession, Cody reveals the horrifying details of what had really transpired that night. There's something not quite right with his story, though the truth would eventually come to light.
All right, Cody. I know you told your dad a lot of what happened. It's the question we've been asking. Tell us what happened.
Leaving through. Driving out there, and she started bringing up about how you should get together and all this stuff. And I said, I'm not going to leave Tony. She started getting upset. I started getting upset too. And I said, it's not going to happen. Stop asking. And then she said, stop the car. And we got out. And I said, what the hell are you doing? I was like, at least let me take you back to town. And she goes, no. And started yelling at me and pounding on my chest and stuff. And I was just kind of pushing her away at first. And then she kind of hit me, just kind of clipped me on the head. And it kind of hurt. But I just really... a good shove, and she fell back and hit the back bumper of the car, and she had moved for a minute. And I started saying, Mickey, it's not funny, get out. I'm sorry, Bushy, it's not funny anymore. She started coming around, so I got down by her side and helped out, and I said, are you okay? And she goes, where am I at? And I said, Mickey, come on, you were the same place we was. We were fighting. She stood up and
I'm not gonna lie, this dude's we get him off the streets, bro. What? Alright, like, give me this.
He goes, you're trying to hurt me, huh? And she started
I'm the dickhead.
Yelling, and I was like, you're crazy. I'm not trying to hurt you. All I did was push you. And she
I'm not trying to hurt you. All I did was push you. Guarantee you're twice the size of the girl, bro.
Started pounding on my chest. Finally said, Michaela, enough. And I shoved her pretty hard, and she fell down and hit her head, and she just laid there and was looking at the sky, and like her eyes started to turn black. She started to like shake and seize, and I looked at where she was at. There's this big rock she had hit her head on, and I tried to pick her up and put her in the car, and she kept moving, and I tried to like check her pulse and stuff, and I couldn't get anything, and she was flopping, and so I had the shovel from prying on my car, and I hit her, tried to hit her on her head, trying to just knock her out, and it hit like right here, and it broke up pretty bad. She started making this awful sound.
You knew what you were doing.
Pushed it right here, and the end of it hit her chin, and it split it open, and she started gurgling more. And
God damn, bro.
And she would stop, so I pushed him right here, and then she stopped. I didn't know what to do. I was gonna call my dad, but I knew he would freak. I think I don't, because I figured her body would decompose faster without clothes. So I covered her up and I took the clothes.
Yeah, you tried to get rid of a body. So what's that word? What is that? Fucking with evidence?
Over in the gravel pit area and burned him, and I couldn't get the pants undone, and I didn't want to disrespect her, so I put her sweater over her.
This is an interesting line he's drawing here. He claims he didn't want to disrespect her,
but pushed her.
Just killed her.
Yeah.
It's clear he's trying to paint himself in a better light, but it's not working.
I panicked. I just covered it up really quick and put bushes over it and left. I sat there for like 2 hours before I went and got Tony. I cried my brains out. I was so scared. So I just calmed down and cleaned myself up and wiped the shovel off in the dirt.
Even while recounting what he did to Michaela, Cody talks about how scared he was. He only places emphasis on himself. He doesn't feel bad that he just brutally ended someone's life and left her in the desert.
Stupid bitch.
He doesn't express remorse for doing this. He's just scared for himself. This is classic self-centered thinking associated with antisocial personality disorder.
Bitch, if you bring up antisocial, because I classify I don't fuck with people. Alright? People are scumbags. They either want to clout chase, get your money, or ruin a relationship. Alright? People are fucking dumbasses, bro. Go get you 1 to 3 good homies, keep them, and start a family. You don't need much else. You don't need a big-ass friend group, because guess what? Then your buddy's fucking your wife, you're a cuck. That's all the shit that's gonna happen, bro. That's all.
Oh my God, Tony,
So stop bringing hey, E-Dub, I'm gonna stop fucking watching your videos if you bring up another antisocial person.
She asked for
Flight Reacts, Queso, me, so many people that don't fuck with other people that are just amazing people. You ain't gotta associate antisocial with murders every fucking time, bro.
I'm gonna say nothing. We got food. Then we went to my cousin's.
Yeah, you said you cut her on the neck?
Yes, sir.
And that was with the shovel?
Yeah. I think it looks like that.
The blade part?
Yeah, I tried to go like that, and it didn't work, and that's when I pulled the...
It's an E-tool, an entrenching tool, a military shovel. And when you fold it in half, it's got like a pokey spike on the opposite end of the blade.
Yeah, I just went like that.
Shovel blade.
And that's when it like made this pop sound, and that's when she really made a horrible sound, but I can't get out of my head. My dad said they're crying. It sounded the exact same. They couldn't be sick.
Cody's chilling admission of Michaela's cold-blooded murder leaves everyone stunned into silence.
Dude, the fucking
However,
pussy.
even with his confession, the detectives identify that certain aspects of his story seem out of place.
How did zip tie get on her arm?
Exactly. Exactly, bro.
What happened there?
I was just gonna zip tie her up and try and put her in the car and take her out to the dump and just dump her out there, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to do it. I just put it on.
Shut up, dude.
I just said,
Fucking, dude, I want to see this kid cry. I want to see this. Why aren't they showing the fucking video of this kid crying? Fuck this kid. Yo, Cody, dude, man. Yo, what up, Madeline?
It was so angry and so sad. I don't know what to
Matt, this fucking kid, alright? Okay, earlier, I'm not gonna lie, I got looked. What is the word that girls use for guys that don't like women? That's what I looked like. But listen, you gotta hear me out. The fucking bitch was accusing him of shit. These people didn't tell me anything about the kid. He was a random suspect, and people were like, oh, he does this, oh, he does that. But have you actually seen it? No, we've never seen it. It was just said. That's everything they said. And then an hour in the video, they bring all the proof of him beating his exes, him beating this bitch, and then all this shit, and I'm looked like a stupid bitch.
It was like cold like this on it. I said, why did you just listen to me?
Dude, I'm actually getting really triggered now because this kid's a fucking cuck. You're a pussy, Cody. Hey, Cody Patton, I will beat the fuck out of you till your eyeballs fall out of your sockets. You feel me, buddy?
You said you tried to take her clothes off.
Yeah, he took her clothes off. You were trying to say that you respected her. No, you fucking didn't, bro.
But her sweatshirt was still on her. And I noticed the sleeves, little bands, was still on her wrist. How'd you try and get her clothes off? Did you try and cut them
the
off?
shovel, it's got a serrated edge on it. Okay. And I was trying to cut it with that, and it kept getting caught, so I just cut it, and then I pulled it. She was sitting on her arms, and I just was trying to pull them, and then when it tore one of them, I just panicked, and I just started going like that, trying to cut them.
You said you started a fire, and
I just burned her shirts.
Anything else?
Her shirts and her sports bra thingy.
Yeah, it's a murder case.
The police arrest Cody soon after his confession.
Cody, you're a bitch.
Based on the statements gathered from Michaela's friends, they suspect that Cody may have wanted to get back together with Michaela, but killed her after she'd rejected him.
Yep. That's exactly what happened, Cody. You're a fucking pussy. You're a virgin. You get no good pussy, and you went out. You want okay. Okay. This is not okay. I don't even want to say. He wanted to get some. All right, and he got rejected, and he killed the bitch. All right, that's what happened. Cody, you're a virgin, and look at your little pedo stash too, bro. Give him like 10 years, guaranteed a pedophile.
But despite all the evidence corroborating Cody's confession, something seemed amiss. There was a gap in the narrative that prompted police to believe that there was more beneath the surface waiting to be uncovered.
Like what?
Following Cody's arrest, he spoke to his father over the phone, and it appears he isn't aware these calls are recorded. Though he gave a glimpse of his temper during interrogation, it's in these calls that the other side of Cody truly shows.
This has a ripple effect, okay? We just happen to be the ones that are closest to you, and it's not easy. I can tell you that. It's not easy.
It's not easy for me. I have nobody. You guys got each other. I've got nobody to turn to. I mean, I could call you guys, but it still doesn't do it justice.
Cody, I'm having a hard time with this conversation. I mean, what about Michaela's decisions? What about,
you don't think I'll think about it? I think about it every goddamn day, and you don't know I started it.
Bro's trying to victimize himself, bro. You're like, dude, you killed a woman. You literally killed a woman. That's what I'm saying, bro. You killed not a woman, a teenage girl, bro. A teenage girl. Okay, this is no disrespect to women or girls at all. You picked one of the easiest targets in the entire world, bro. Because you couldn't get some.
Cody, I never said it wasn't.
Well, you bring it up like it's something that, like, I don't think about it like it's nothing to me. It's my best friend, and you know what? It's a mistake that I have to live with. It's hard enough to try and call you guys without breaking down on the phone every goddamn time. But it's hard enough to sit here.
Imagine all the motherfuckers there that have been there and got life sentences. They're like, this fucking white boy. This fucking kid, bro.
And here you say that day, and then now you say that it's like I don't think about what's right for her.
This kid. Fuck this kid. Fuck this kid.
I just don't want to be here anymore.
Oh, I bet you don't. Yeah, it's prison.
Hard for you guys. I tried being the glue to this goddamn family for me to feel like I love you guys. I'm sorry. It's okay. I love you guys. I'll call you tonight.
Cody also spoke to Tony, giving us an interesting look into the dynamics of their relationship.
I am too. Just came out, so it was just going to come on this morning.
Protect yourself every day, okay? No matter what happens.
You do too.
Why does it seem like you guys have an attitude or something?
Bro, this dude is a fucking pussy, bro. What do you mean? You just went to her boyfriend, you just went to prison because you murdered another bitch for her saying, no, I'm not going to allow you to break up with your bitch and come to me.
Well, then talk to me.
I can't.
It doesn't matter anymore. It's all public information. The fucking news. Everybody was there. Are you going to talk to me or not? Because if not, I'm just going to hang up and stop wasting my goddamn time.
I'm so upset.
How am I supposed to not be upset?
Be strong.
Talk to me.
What makes me happy? Being with my...
Maybe you could say, oh, you know what, this might be the last time I talk to you. Oh, thank you for everything. I love you, I'm glad you pushed me through my life and got me this far. Anything, not just be strong.
Don't tell me. Wait. What? Don't tell me she made him kill her.
Out there being more to this twisted story.
Wait.
The investigators' hunch about there being more to this twisted story is finally confirmed 3 weeks after Cody's arrest, when Tony meets with his attorney and makes a shocking request.
Can I ask a question real quick? Sure. Will you guys be able to represent me?
Depending on what you're going to say, we may or may not be able to. If you make us conflict with Cody, if we are not able to represent you, we will get counsel for you.
Okay.
The question is, why is Tony looking into getting legal counsel? You'll recall that Cody didn't mention her having anything to do with what happened to Michaela. Yet Tony has been hiding something. It seems she doesn't realize her conversation with the attorney is being recorded.
What happened? What caused you to leave? I got in a text saying that he had her and she wanted to talk, but he wanted me with her.
Okay. You got a text from who?
From Cody.
You got a text from Cody?
That he had her and that he would like me to come with.
Okay. When he said that he had her, who did he have?
Michaela.
Had you talked about that earlier?
No.
What do you think he meant by he had her?
Well, because I knew they wanted to talk, but I didn't know for sure when or about what exactly.
What do you think he might want to talk to you?
Alright, secret worries and fears. That Cody will leave me for someone else, cheat on me. That Cody and I won't last forever. We won't get married. That Cody and I will always fight. We will always struggle with money. I won't be able to have children. Won't be able to breastfeed. That Cody will, what? That's to fucking worry? That Cody will go into the Marines and won't come back. Wait.
She wanted to get back together with him and everything, but he didn't seem like he had an interest in her and he didn't want that.
Yeah, no, they're lying. They're capping.
Yeah.
So what happened after you got the text?
I told him where I was and to go ahead and come get me, and I would go with them.
When you're the chief operating officer, every day can feel like an uphill battle.
Girls are stupid. I'm sorry, bro. Putting that shit in your journal.
To make sure you're ready for whatever
Dumbass,
is ahead.
Dumbass.
So what happened then after you took that?
He came and got me, and we went straight out to the gravel pit where she died.
Okay. When he came and got you, who was in the car?
Him and Michaela.
Where was Michaela sitting?
In the back.
And where did you sit?
In the front seat.
Okay, after you got in the car, what happened?
We decided to go drive around, and then Michaela had said she didn't want anyone to see us talking, so we decided to go out towards the gravel pit.
Whose idea was it to go to the gravel pit?
It was kind of a group effort because we kept talking about where do you want to go or whatever. We just started kind of heading out that way to get out of town.
What was the emotion at that time? Was anybody mad at anybody? Were people settling? What was the emotion?
It was kind of tense because she was a little bit upset, but we were just trying to talk to her and everything and let her know that we didn't want to cause any problems or have any problems. We wanted to work everything out.
Okay. And what was it that you had to work out?
Having Cody let her know that he didn't want anything to do with her, like with the relationship.
Okay. So what happened then?
We kind of just went out. We were driving around out by the gravel pit, and she got really upset and told us to let her out.
And what did she get upset about?
She just kept saying one time.
No, they're teenagers too.
And so we didn't want her to be more upset, so we did as she asked, stopped the car, and she got out. Cody had got out to talk to her for just a second, and I kind of saw her like yelling at him and everything, and like pushing him and everything. And then I looked away just for like a split second, and then heard like a loud thud on the car. So I got out to see what happened.
The attorneys continued to listen, utterly absorbed in shock, while Tony accidentally implicates herself in the crime.
Michaela was on the ground, and then I had asked Cody what happened, and he just said that she kept pushing me and everything, so I kind of pushed her off to get her off of me. backed her down to trip on something. I can't remember exactly. And he hit her face on the top.
Did you look at it?
A little bit.
What did you see?
Just that she was on the ground and she wasn't really moving at that point.
Did you tell her she was breathing?
I couldn't really tell at that point. I was just kind of freaking out, and everything from there on out was kind of a blur to me.
What did you remember from there on out?
I remember her not moving or anything. So, we're freaking out. We didn't know what to do. And I got out with a shovel and started digging a hole. And then it kind of went downhill from there. I wasn't really thinking. And so we basically started kicking her and punching her. And
Who were you kicking and punching?
it was both of us.
Where were you kicking and punching? Where on her body?
Kind of on, like, her rib area and...
This is a teenage girl too, bro. Oh my goodness, man. This is a teen, bro. Teenage girl.
the side of her face.
Y'all are down bad.
She was kind of laying down, kind of trying to kind of get up and everything, but she was very conscious of what was going on.
She was trying to sit up?
At that point, she kind of was. And then I remember us picking a shovel and hitting her.
Where did you hit her on her body with the shovel?
Kind of in the back area.
Did you hit her with the flat part of the shovel or the edge part of the shovel?
I believe the flat part. At that point, she was just kind of laying there. She wasn't moving. And so we moved her to the grave. We were kind of standing there deciding what do we do. But I remember like putting down her legs and we would slit her throat. We would like cut her throat.
Who cut her throat?
It was both of us.
You heard that right. Not only did both Tony and Cody attack Michaela, but they both had an opportunity to save her and chose not to.
How did you do that?
With a knife.
Whose knife?
It was a knife that Cody always held on to. It was always with him, no matter what.
Okay. And who used the knife?
At first it was him.
And then was it you?
Yes.
Why did you take over with the knife?
I wasn't thinking. I had taken it from him to go, just to take it from him and everything.
Did anybody cut it through with a shovel, or was it just a knife?
I remember the shovel sitting there, but I can't remember. After that, she wasn't really breathing or anything. We kind of just stood there. We were crying because we didn't know what we had just done. We were freaking out. We weren't in the right mind to know what to do with anything.
What started as a witness account soon morphed into the bone-chilling confession of a murder. Tony's confession also dispelled the doubts about the murder weapon, confirming it as a knife, contrary to Cody's earlier claim of it being a shovel in his confession. Cody's attorney asks one last question about Tony's motive in taking Michaela's life.
Were you mad at Michaela?
I guess I was kind of frustrated, but I wasn't mad at her.
Okay, so what happened?
All I remember is it was kind of dark by that point, and we had basically buried her, and they went to the other gravel pit on the other side of town.
Okay, and what did you do there?
We burnt everything. I think there was a bag of things that we would burn. I couldn't tell you exactly what was in there. After that, went to McDonald's kitchen.
What wasn't clear was why Tony had admitted to her involvement despite Cody never implicating her in his confession. It's impossible to know, but Tony may have confessed to her role in the crime, hoping that she could save her fiancé from the death penalty.
Nope.
Following the unexpected development,
Look at her,
Cody's
bro.
legal team promptly informs the investigators about Tony's admission of guilt, leading to her subsequent arrest. Investigators soon recover all of Michaela's possessions that Cody and Tony admitted to burning and burying in the desert after killing her, along with the shovel. At this stage, the case seemed almost ready to be closed. Nevertheless, a lingering uneasiness remained. Despite Cody and Tony characterizing Michaela's murder as spontaneous and spur of the moment, there was a nagging suspicion that something about this narrative just didn't sit quite right. While the investigating team tried to do their best to find that missing piece, in a shocking twist, Cody turns on Tony when he allows his legal team to employ a private investigator to gather additional evidence against Tony in a bid to secure a reduced sentence for himself. In a pivotal breakthrough, the private detective uncovers the elusive missing element. Inside a box found in Tony's bedroom, the investigators discover that Tony was obsessed with Michaela and feared that Cody would leave her for Michaela. Several diary entries exposed Tony's deep-seated insecurities and exposed her extreme hatred towards Michaela. One entry read, "We might as well break up so that he can get back together with her. She lives closer to him." While another stated, "I know in my heart he doesn't love me. I just feel that if I didn't get in between Cody and Mickey, they would still be together and none of this would have ever happened." In a final twist, this facade of true love crumbles into a climax that can only be labeled as the last act of betrayal. While Tony and Cody both admit to the murder, none claim responsibility for using the knife on Michaela's throat, and instead blame it on each other. No one can confirm what really happened in that desert between the three on the evening of Michaela's death. However, Tony's diary entries cement her motive to end Michaela's life, and it's been speculated that she may have instigated Cody to do so. Given the evidence, investigators believe that the pair bound Michaela's wrists and then proceeded to take her life. Eventually, Tony takes a plea deal for a lesser charge of second-degree murder. She testifies in court against Cody and claims that he abused her and actually forced her to commit the heinous crime, stating that she only hit Michaela with the shovel because Cody told her to do it. In May 2012, Cody Patton pled guilty to the first-degree murder charge of Michaela Constanzo and was sentenced to life without parole, while Tony Fratto was sentenced to life with a possibility of parole after 18 years.
They're both crazy.
2018, Cody was incarcerated in Ely State Prison in White Pine County, Nevada. On February 24th of 2021, Tony was denied parole a decade after Michaela's tragic death. Her next parole hearing is in May 2024.
Would you feel better about concealed
Fuck
carrying
that bitch.
if you had...
Hey, I mean, EW, bro, or EWU. Man, stop. You guys got to do better video, or whatever. Make your videos better so I don't look like a dickhead. But other than that, good video. Love it. Man, dudes, there's always another one out there, my boy. Bro, I don't even know what to say, man. Don't hit your girls. Don't go crazy. And if you have antisocial personality or whatever disorder, don't get caught doing a crime because EW will fucking say you're psychotic. Even though these people are, I still don't think antisocial has anything to do with it. I know fucking how many people that have that shit that aren't murderers. So yeah, I'll leave it off with that. I'll see y'all in the next vid. As always, peace and stay blessed.